Okay. Hopefully this is actually live. It looks like I have to do it 3 different times. Please be working. Stop swinging. All right. Okay. So if you're watching the playback, go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Always at a live, we take a little minute or two, wait for some viewers. Hopefully I did this properly. Edit, live chat. And no, I forgot the anyone button. Okay. Did that fix it? I hope so. I don't know. Yeah, my technology is not getting along very well lately. Oh, there is Noelle. Thanks for joining. Sorry, I'm a little late. I'm going to have to remember to start a live, cancel it, start a live, cancel it, and then start another one. It seems to be the magic number to get the lives rolling. So how are you, Noelle? You doing good, I hope? Make sure we can see everything. We'll wait just a couple minutes, see if anybody else gets a notification that I have gone live. Can you hear me okay? That would be the next question. Was wondering if you were gonna make it. Yeah. I sit here for like 10 minutes fighting with the stuff to get working. Hi, Stephanie. And Gloria and Sally and Sherry. Hope everybody's doing good. Sorry I'm a little late. Me and the technology are not working. How do I sound? Do you guys hear that crackling noise? I tried a little something different today. Can hear me fine. That is wonderful. Hi, Maureen. Thanks for joining. All right. No crackling on your... It's not horrible. Okay. Well, let me change a setting on the microphone. Let's see if that helps. I got a new cord for the microphone so I can put it a little bit away from me. Yes, there is a crackle. Yep, it must be the app because no matter what I try, it won't go away. Okay, so today we're going to work on a Get Well Soon card. Miss Sally's mom is not feeling too hot. She's in the hospital. Make sure I'm in camera here. If you go to the FSC and you, in the search bar, type her name, her post will come up and you can click on her little icon. And if you want to make her mom a card, you can private message Sally, and she would send you her address so she can send some cards to her mom. So, and that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on a card for Miss Sally's mom. I do apologize. I know you told me her name. I think it's like Margie or something. My bad. So that's what we're going to do today. But I'm super excited. It took a month after Nancy sent me my Blue Knight handle. I knew I had to get more. So I ordered another one, but it got lost in transit for a month. God knows where it went. But I got me another handle. I'm so excited. Ooh, now I've got two little handle buddies. So I can have two inks going at once if I want. So exciting. Look at that. All right. Okay. And then I also ordered this because it was on sale. I got the holly, which I thought would be really pretty on the outside of envelopes for Christmas cards. And, you know, you can use it for backgrounds and all sorts of stuff. But I thought it was a really elegant design. So I'm excited to use this. Hi, Irene. Sherry, I think I said hello. Yeah, Noelle, mine I ordered December 7th. And it showed up literally yesterday. Or the day before. And I was like, ugh, that's terrible. Okay, so just gotta get that onto one of my little ink pads. And now I won't drop my inks in my projects. Yeah. So for this project, I am gonna do a fairly good sized card. So I got my 5x7 and I'm gonna work with it this way. The landscape mode instead of portrait. Because what I did is I had a design I'm working on and I used it for my birthday cards, but it's gonna be up in my shop very soon. Not today or tomorrow, but very soon. And I just did some roses and I'm hoping, I've got to try them out on the Cricut first because I would like them to be able to cut. So you could cut pattern paper and place it in the center if you wanted to. But I just thought it would be really pretty to do, because Sally said her mom likes roses. Oops, I had a little spot there. My bad. She likes roses and hummingbirds. And I wanted to see what fairy godmother would look. Oh, I like that one. Hi, Jonah. So, keep an eye out on my Etsy shop. These will turn up in there with some different backgrounds and stuff. And I printed this on the Himilco paper. And let me tell you, it is just beautiful. Except for that one little spot. But, I think it'll work. And so what I want to do is set these aside. When you get your design, and what I did is I opened my program and I made a 5x7 square. Then I made another square inside of that, kind of deciding how big the panel, because I don't want the roses going all the way to the edge. I want them on a panel. So, I think I did 5x7, 4.5 by 6.5 is going to be my card front. So I can easily just take this now, because I made sure the roses fit in between the smaller rectangle. How do I want to do this so I can see what I'm doing? And then we're going to chop that end off. So let's see. Nope, this one is going to be kind of small. It should still work. I can squeeze a 4 out of that. So we're going to do 4. Okay. So that's going to be a 4. And I like to eyeball. I mean, I'm not a precisionist. I don't know. Oh yeah, you know what? I think I like that. I think I'm going to make that. And see, this happens. I designed it one way on the computer, and then as I cut it to measure it to make sure, I'm liking how it cuts this in part. So I'm going to do like a belly band. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this down just a wee bit more. I'm going to make it the same width, hopefully. So we're going to chop right about there. Okay. Oh, see? Yeah, that'll make a nice little belly band. And then we're going to center that a little bit. Use the light. If you turn it just right, I can kind of see the paper through the paper the way I'm holding it. So I'm going to put it like that. Grab my pencil and know that I'm going to cut it right there. And right there. So I made a mark where I'm going to cut it so that I get this centered into this. Mr. Lee Walker. Well, hello. 12 in the morning. Yeah. I should do a live earlier in the day. It's not like I'm doing a lot. Just crafting and playing. Gloria mailed her card swaps today. Sweet. And Jonah got a Gloria pen. Aren't they lovely, Jonah? They're so fabulous. Okay, so now I have these two, and they're positioned to go on a card front as well. So I'll have these two for another one. But we're going to work with this nice little belly band right down the center. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to ink her up. We want to do a fun design back here. And then we're going to, I think we're going to ink this up a little bit. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab... What are we going to grab? I think some polka dots would be pretty. But before we do that, I need to get my background, actually, so I know for sure. And I picked out some colors for the background. Ooh, see, that would be cute too. A nice, bright, cheery, because we don't want it to be a sad card. We want it to be a get well card, and we want it to say that it's fun and vibrant. That might be too vibrant. Oh, yeah, see, look at that. Okay, so we're going to do this combo here. I'm glad I picked that one out. Put that in there. Yeah, we don't want that. We want these two. Okay. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for stopping in. And Susie is here, and Craft with Barbara. Thank you for joining tonight. Lots of chitter chatters. That's fabulous. All right, trying to, you guys, so many chitter chatters. Okay, so we're gonna pull out our trimmer. Now, at this point, you can decide, do you want a frame around your frame? So you can cut your paper 5x7, and it'll go straight to the edge and no white will be showing. But I think it will be a little bit interesting to have a hair of white showing. So for me, what I do is I already have these in here. So what I'm going to do is cut them off. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get them out my way. Okay. I'm not going to throw it away because this part right here is a good little chunk. I can cut some more trees out or anything like that. So I'm going to hang on to that piece, but that one's going in the garbage. Okay. So now we're going to kind of go to a 5x7. So we're going to come over here to 5, and I'm going to go back 2 little nicks on my ruler. That's what I'm going to do. Just a little hair. So 5 minus 2 little nicks. So that's our 5. And then we're going to go by 7. And then we're going to minus 2 little nicks. So there's our 5x7. Okay, now when we put this on here, we've got just a touch of white showing. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Just a hair of white. Yes, Noelle, you need to do more videos so we have something to watch while we're busy. I like to watch videos when I'm crafting. And I watched quite a few. Some Coloring Bliss and some other coloring ones popped up because I've been watching Ryan's coloring channel. And so they're kind of recommended, and very fascinated with the Coloring Bliss ones. Let's put it that way. Yep, it's a good way to measure, huh, Mary? Okay, so now we have our belly band. And remember, our belly band is going to stretch the whole length of it. So it's going to actually go over, which is perfectly fine. But this piece of green, we want it to be the same as the polka dots. Okay. But shorter than that, which is fine. I'm thinking I like this. Just a hair of color showing through. Can I do it this way? Nope, too short. Okay, that's all right. So what I'm going to do is quit turning my trimmer around. I'm going to set my belly band on here with as much showing as I want on the one side. And then when I put my guide down, I can see the paper. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and see if I like the width of it, which I do. So eyeballing and slicing. That's all we need. We're going to save these big chunks because this is a couple more cards. Easy peasy. So save those for another card. Now this piece, we need to be the same length. So that was a 7 minus 2 little nicks. So 7 minus 2. Oops, something moved. We don't want you to move. Pop that right off. And so now these two are the same length. And then this one is over. And at this point you can decide if you want to keep it over or not. And I'm thinking, I don't know. Nope, I'm going to leave it. I like it hanging over. So that's how it's going to stack up there. Isn't that nice? So easy. Pattern paper, solid paper, and then your design. And this could be a sentiment. This could be anything that you want. Hi, Kim in Alaska. Oh, that reminds me. I have names. What did I do with them? Because on my last live, I said that some people in the comments could get a chance to win. Whoa, I can't believe I forgot about that. Well, this turned out really fast. Hold your horsies, my friends. I wrote it down somewhere. Okay. there they are. So I'm gonna pop into my name picker. Okay, and pardon me. Oh, look, it saved my last whole list of people. Isn't that nice? Sort of. Okay, backspace. It's kind of creepy. So, M-A-U-R, Maureen, because these are the people that missed the live, but then watched the replay and wanted a chance to win. Kim and Carol, C-A-R-O-L, and Marva. A couple of names. I thank you for watching the replay. I have a Carol and a Marva. They're new names to me, but I think they're in the Foiling Snobs Club too. So I'm just going to pop you, well, sort of. So there's all the names. There wasn't very many, but that's okay. And then we're going to hit click to spin. We're going to see who shows up. Candace! All right, Candace. So you will be getting the what did I say? The Brutus stencil with the hot plate. That's right. But if you don't have the hot plate, Brutus stencil with the hot plate. Come here, Brutus stencil with the hot plate. If you don't have the hot foil machine, just let me know and I'll switch this out for you. But this really fun stencil will be in a package for Candace. And I'm still coloring for all of those waiting on the hand colored sassy. Just be patient. I've had a lot on my plate. I kind of bit off a little bit more than I could chew, as usual. Okay, so let me write down Candace. Candace! Woohoo! All right, I will have to get those in the mail with some thank you cards because I appreciate it so very much. Hi, June. All right. Okay, so we're definitely doing those two for that. And so let's do something fun for this part. We've got some green. Let's color in our roses. I think we'll do that. Let's do we've got red outlining. Let's see what a purple will do. So we've got a light purple. That's super dark. I may not like that. Oh, that's a nice medium purple. So light, medium. Ooh. Do I like that? Or is that too dark for me? I don't know. Let's find out. If I have another one. Oh no, that is pink. Okay, gotta love that. Sorry, it's hard to get to my markers. Oh, that's a nice... You gotta love it when they don't match at all. Ooh, you know what? Where are you at? No, that's too blue. Not quite right. Oops. Trying to just find a nice little combo of colors that aren't necessarily what you'd expect. Keep opening the wrong. Ooh, there we go. So this one is called Blush Gray with our Holy Emmer Jeebers. There we go. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the center because that's going to be the darkest part. And I'm going to add this blush gray. And I'm just going to tap. I'm not actually, I don't want it to be like normal coloring. I want it to be kind of different. So I'm just going to tap some of that gray in there. And I'm going to be heavy-handed in the center part and lighter as I go away. Heavy with the grayish color where you'd have the most shadow. Well, I got to get a couple of green colors too, because those are leaves. You want to color those leaves? Yes, the Arteza Everblends. I've never owned an alcohol marker, and I got the Artezas and the Spectrums at the same time, literally. And I prefer these over the Spectrums, and they more closely match their colors on the caps than the Spectrums do. As you can see, I have that happen a lot. I pick up a color and it is not anywhere close to what's on the cap. Yellow, and yes, yellow would be an interesting color to do with the purples. If you want to do a brighter look, you could pop the yellow in there. Just be careful because that yellow and purple could easily turn into a brown. So nothing fancy. Again, just willy-nilly tapping. Just trying something different. Okay, and then we take our next darker, well, one of them, they're kind of the same, and we're going to go in up higher and over the top of those other dots that we did. Stampin' Up! Blends. Like the Stampin' Up! Blends. I've only got a couple of things from Stampin' Up! A couple of stamps and 2 tiny ink cubes that came with a couple of kits. This is kind of a little bit of a long process, but you know what? It's a lot of fun. You just tap away. And it's not a fill it in. It's just tapping to add speckles of color, because it's mostly going to be white. Just a little bit. June M. Yes, you can put it on the TV. Unfortunately, you can't comment on your TV. And so, I like to watch on my TV the lives and then use my phone to make all the comments. Oh, and I just added. That's right. I added some purple where the green needs to go. When I go over it with green, I think it'll be nice. Kind of like a little shadow or reflection of color from the purples. Okay. And the best thing is if you're doing this and you decide, OMG, it looks crazy or not to your liking, it's alcohol marker, so you could easily go over it. It will give you a different texture though, because you'll have dots you're coloring over, which may be fun. Okay, try not to add any more purple to the leaves. And I'm not liking this. See, this is what happens. Sometimes you have an idea and you're like, oh, I'm going to run with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish just so that when I go over it with more color, we'll see how it looks. It looks like a rose with chicken pox. Don't try this at home. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll actually let that dry so that when I go in with my next solid colors, it will okay. Yeah, it looks like cheeky pox on my rose. Let's see what these two greens do. Ooh, no, not that green. Oh, I kind of like that one. So we'll put in some green dots. Okay, so we're going to do some dotting on the other side. Missed a couple of... Okay, so we're going to do the same thing only because... yes, Miss Jen. Sometimes you just got to keep going because it will... Things work out in the end. And if not, it's just paper. It's no big deal. Oops. Nope, not on that one. We want dots on this one. And I am not like pouncing really hard. They're gentle taps because alcohol inks, these come out so easily and you don't want to smash your tip. You know, you just want to be gentle. Gentle tappings. Just to say hello. I hear that, Mary. Clean the glasses, still can't see. But I still blame my glasses because if you examine them closely, they're full of scratches. They're terrible. I really need some new ones. Yeah, fine liners. It's stippling. This is basically, at this point, all I'm doing is stippling. And that is the method of filling in with dots. I learned stippling years ago in high school art class when they were teaching various ways of laying down color for shadows and stuff without like totally filling in. And you have your cross hatching and all that stuff, and then you had your stippling, and I really like that. I actually have above me, does it say what year I did this? No. This was before I had my name changed. So that was still before the 90s. But this is all stippling. This poor thing has got some damage going on. But this is stippling with a pin. A dip and go pin. Not a glass one at the time, but you dip in a well, and this was all done with dots. The only exception was the whiskers. Even this fine detail right here is all teeny weeny dots. And that, my friends, is some stippling. And it was a lot of fun to do. But yeah, I was really blessed that my mom kept a lot of my artwork, even though, you know, it's got some crusties. It's been loved over the years. But yeah, that is working with a dipping pin. I know that's not what you call them. They're not called dipping pins, but you know, that's what it is. Okay, so now we're gonna go with this one, right? Yep. Okay. It's pretty, even if it's a cat. Oh, you gotta like the cats and the dogs. I was a straight up cat person. Didn't think I'd ever own a dog. And then throughout the years, we had, we adopted a dog. And that's when we found out dogs can have lice too, which is really gross. But the dog we adopted was in a bad situation. And so we adopted that dog, and then I was at the grocery store, and there was these puppies in a box. You ever go to the grocery store and there's puppies in a box that are just free? Well, one of them barked at my niece, and it made her jump, and I just thought it was the funniest thing, and I adopted her. And then Foxy came along, and I saw her and thought she was the cutest thing, but I was like, I'm not paying $200 for a dog. Just no way. Because it was a breeder. And my friend called me and she's like, hey, that breeder wants to know if you want that dog. I'm like, I don't have $200. No. And she's like, no, it's free. And I'm like, yeah. And out of those 3 dogs, I only have the one left. It's very sad when you lose them. And Miss Foxy, she's getting there. She's getting in her age. Okay, I lost where I was. I think I dotted with the wrong one. I did. I dotted with the wrong one, but I think I like it. I don't know. I did something. And then we still have a cat. This is the most psychotic cat we've ever owned, is the cat we got here when we moved. She's one crazy kitty. She terrorized my Christmas tree. Ugh. Oh no, I dotted that. Oh well. Stay out of the leaves with the purple. Cindy, owners have dogs and cats have owners. That is so true. All right, so we're almost done with all these polka dots. And what I'm going to do is see if I can find a lighter shade of purple. That one kind of got messy there. find a lighter shade of purple and kind of go over it gently. I don't want to go over it too rough. Or do I want to go over it with purple? Let me see this first. I gotta get my greens in there. I can't believe I threw in all those purples, but it looks all right. Just gotta get extra dots in there. Extra dots. Okay, so if you're not sure about a color combination, what you do is you do again what you did. So we're gonna have some purples. We're gonna have some of this gray. And then we're going to, I don't know why I did that, we're gonna toss in a little bit more of this purple. And then we're gonna see what it looks like. A little bit of pink over it. And I think I like the idea, but I think this pink is just too much. It'd be nice if this was actually a light pink. No. Haha, hot dog, no. This one. Ooh, maybe more of a peachy color. Ooh, that might work. Okay, so now I'm gonna be light about it. I don't want to blend them together. I just want to add this extra bit of color. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is definitely a nice little creamy color. It pulls it away from the background. Ooh, I like this. Definitely different and unique, and nobody will have another one. Okay, so I've got this nice peachy color. I think I do want to go in with another one, or just a second layer maybe. Ooh, maybe just a second layer. Here we go. All right. Hi, Miss Tracy. Yeah, okay. I'm going to hold this up. I don't know if we can see that. So it's just a nice peachy color. And let me get a white sheet of paper so you can see that it definitely brings in a nice peachy color. I think next time if I do this, I'll keep my dots really centered more down and not go over the whole thing. I think I'm definitely going to experiment with this again. Have it fuller at the bottom and then kind of stop midway with the dots. And then just have this nice pastel-y color. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not being like really careful about my marks. I am doing it sectional because I don't really want to run over my foil. But these lines are super thin. It's not going to be totally noticeable. Okay. And I am, of course, a little bit more cautious around the edges. But I did draw the outer edge a lot darker. So, if you were to pick this up from the Etsy shop later this week and print it out. Hopefully it'll color nicely for you too. And again, nice and gentle, because we don't want to blend out our dots. We want to leave them there. And it's super, super light. No pushing, no jamming. Ooh, I like that. I like that. But I need to do my greens. Do I have another pale green? Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I'm going to go super light with this one because I definitely don't want it to... All right. There we go. All right. I like that. There's those. Now we got, it's really stark. Oh, I ran my fingernail through it. Gosh darn it. W. Now, every time one of the YouTubers say, I don't know if you all can see this on camera or not, they're going to think about all us old folks that can't see nothing anyhow. Isn't that the truth? Get this up a little bit so we can see that. And I do have this longer because remember, it's going to go on my 5x7 card, and the whites are going to match up. Like, it's going to be kind of playing on the idea that maybe the paper is just in there, snuggling in there. And then that's going to be on top of our polka dot pattern. And you can do any combination. That's the great thing about roses, flowers, anything. This could be skulls. This could be lightning bolts. This could be branches, anything you want it to be back there. You could do your own ink blending and more stamping. Definitely change it up any way you want. Okay, but I'm feeling this is just a little bit too, I don't know, is it too white? I'm thinking it's just a wee bit too white. Just a wee bit. I think I want to hit it with something, but I'm not quite sure what. Polka dots. When all else fails, throw on some polka dots. Find my background folder. And find my polka dots. And, ooh, polka dots and foliage, right? Yes, that will be pretty. Oops, don't fall on the floor. Okay, so this will be fun. I love dots. Dots always are fun. And it'll tie into our background because we have dots there. Now, we're going to do this with a, let's see, let's pull in some light pink and some light green. We'll do the dots in pink, and then we're going to do, I've got Rosy Cheeks and Minty Fresh, so just a light pink, any brand will do, and a light green, any brand will do. And I moved my ink brushes so far away. Okay. Did you draw the Rosie Elizabeth? Yes, I did. It will be in my Etsy shop later this week. I need to run it through the Cricut because this particular design, I really want people to be able to cut it out on pattern paper and then piece it together. Because I don't know if you noticed, this is the center of that. That's all it is. And so if you were to cut this out and then take your outline and set it on top. That's kind of what I was going for. Okay, so now we're going to do, now I'm going to pick up my ink, swirl it around, and do my tap off because I don't want any accidental buildup. And I need this to be super, super soft. So I'm going to go in super light-handed. And thankfully, it's a stencil you can see. So I know where not to run over my rose. Okay. And if you get it on the foil, don't panic. It will come off. It rubs off the foil very nicely. And I'm just picking up what's on the table. Right down the center. Get the little dot there. And see here where I got... You can see the dots on my rose. Okay. Nothing to worry about. You just get your cheapy little microfiber cloth. And when you're wiping off the foil, be careful, because if you wipe it back into your white paper, it will transfer a little bit of color. Okay. So now you can see my little rose doesn't have the little polka dots anymore. It's nice and crisp again. Okay. So we did that in the pink. Okay. We're going to grab our Minty Fresh, because I love Minty Fresh. It's one of my favorite newer colors. And don't panic if you got stuff on your stencil. It's not going to come off, literally. So I'm just going to kind of, it's a very organic shape. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. We're just going to lay it down and go to town. Again, tap on the glass. Now this one we're going to do even lighter handed, if that's possible. See if that showed up. Yes. Okay. Super, super light handed. It's so light that it's hard to see if it's actually showing up. That's what's nice about the lighter colors. You can start off so light and build up that color. You don't have to go in so dark to begin with. And no, I didn't go in hard enough. But that's okay. We're going to lay this back down. Gonna avoid that one area that it actually did show up a little bit. Okay, that's better. Get a little piece in here. Okay, so it's very, very faint. But if, you know, somebody picked this up and was looking at it, they could see there's a little mark there, a little bit there. Okay, it's very faint, but it is there. And again, I'm going to go in with just a corner of my rag, a nice clean corner, and rub. I'm pulling it from the edge and pulling it in. Do like a little swoop to bring it right back into the center. Okay, that'll help it pick up without depositing anywhere else. And we have ourselves a nice, clean up. Can't even see the Minty Fresh. I think I need to get a re-inker for that. All right, so let's piece our little card together. Look at that. Now, it's nice lightweight. It's not going to take a ton to hold this down, okay? I'm going to get, I don't know why I just turned that solid sheet of green paper over. The same color on both sides. Okay, You don't need a ton of this. Okay. And then we're going to kind of center this to the best of our abilities. Right down the center. Maybe. Okay, if I use the dots as alignment, that might work. There we go. Okay. We're going to put some little tapies on the corners. It's a big piece of tape. I said little tapies in the corner. Because it doesn't take much. And this is going on a 120-pound cardstock. So I can take my little glue. Oops, I should have peeled the thingy. And get these little corners. A little bit in the center. Literally, you don't need much. I don't know if I like this super fine tip though. Okay, I can't even maneuver the pin back in. There, get back in there. Okay. Get my tapes up, and this is why I should have taken the little tapers off first. I should have stopped when I noticed, but who wants to do that, really? Okay, so now this piece, remember, we're gonna have just a light frame around all four sides. Hot dog. Gotta love it when it goes down just right. Yeah. That makes sense, Debadoo, to turn over to turn your cut over. Because it does, when you use your paper trimmer, it leaves a little ledge there. Okay, so now we have this lovely piece. And again, I'm just going to do the ends because it won't hurt it a bit. Ta-da! Now this is going to hang off the edge because this is, so we're going to hang it off the edge and line it up in between just like that. And I notice it's just a wee bit too long. I can't have that. How on earth? Yeah, it's like way too long. So I just flip it over. Use my sharp little scissors, take my time, and write, ta-da! And there is my Get Well card. And I'll do the nice little sentiment on the inside to personalize it. Probably do, ooh, you know what we could do? We could stamp her other favorite item in there. Maybe. Yes. Okay. Maybe. So I have the hummingbird. Yeah, I think I'll do a little stamp on this because, okay. Misty, where'd you go? Misty actually was stuck to the other one. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I have the hummingbird from Kitchen Sink Stamps that was so graciously gifted, because I think I won it from Nancy Stamps a while ago. But, so I cut out 2. Okay, now I'm going to use this to help me get my stamping properly. So I use my cutout and I set it in there with my sticky. Okay, because we want it to be done correctly. Now I just got to remember which bird that is. I think that's this bird. So I need my number 1. Is that my number 1 for that bird? Yes. And so you have such a tight spot. I can set my stamp right in there. Okay. So this is the leftovers after I cut out that little guy. And so that's my leftovers. And I can pick him up. Okay. We'll put this little piece in there. Just like that. And then we're going to test it because it kind of stuck a little. Okay. That is not working. This one is a little bit tricky. There we go. I'm looking at the tail feather fits in the line really nice, and then the wing and this little bitty pointy part of the beak. So I'm just going to get that in there. Now, I love it because it's going to tell me that on the first one we're going light. Okay, so we're going to go with the light color. And I think the last time I did this, I did it in the greens. So I'm going to do Minty Fresh. And if it doesn't work, it is what it is, right? Okay, I didn't like how that... Did you see me? I forgot and then I remembered. Okay, there's my Minty Fresh. Oh yeah, that's dang near perfect. Right on there. Oh, I wish you guys could see this. Yeah, don't look at the squirrel. Don't look at the squirrel. My Aunt Kelly likes the squirrel though, just saying. Okay, so that is number 1. So now we're coming with number 2. And number 2 is going to be a little bit darker. Okay. And again, this one actually lines up a lot better on top of the paper, because then you can kind of see it, how it fits on the die cut. And if you were doing a lot of these, you could position them and then pop this little piece out, put your new piece back in. So we're going to go up a tier to... Oh, I don't have a plate on it. Give me a second. Okay, so if you get this I found so easy. I get this centered. I get the magnet centered on my block. Okay. Then I peel it. That is not the centered I want. Okay, then I peel it. You peel your little sticky. Okay. And now your magnet is attached to your block, and boom. Then you're not fighting with where to put it. Okay, make sure that was right, that I didn't move anything. So we're going to tap up our little limey green. And then we're going to squeeze it down. You could do this with purples, with blues, if you've got a little layered birdie. Nobody said they... Look, it's so pretty. Okay. So there's some overzealous. I started with the minty fresh to the overzealous. Okay, and then the next one. I know. Okay, number 3. Okay, this one, the little beak comes into play. So this one, the little beak is so tender, and you can, the first time I got it, man, I had this thing stamping up, down, it was all weird. So we're just going to make sure that that little beakum is on his little piece of paper. And this one's just a little bit different. So again, I'm watching those tail feathers to make sure they're on. And then his little beak is more important even than his tail feathers. Because if his beak is out of whack, he looks funny. You need a bigger TV. Debadoo. I've got a 65-inch. I sit right in front of that sucker. Make sure I can see everything. Okay, so now we're up the line. And I don't have a little magnet for that one yet. I gotta get some more. Little bit at a time. You know, same with full set syndrome. Just, we want it all, but sometimes we have to do it in little bitty stages. And there's nothing wrong with that. So it's going to take me a while to get all of my magnets. I have a very nice start on them. Woo-hoo-hoo! So much more detail showing up. Oh, I love these stamps. Okay. There's that one. Okay, and then our final one is going to be our darkest color. Okay. And again, we're going to watch that teeny weeny beak. He's got his little eyeballs going to go in. Get that little butt in the right spot. See, I positioned the bottom and kind of got it where I needed to, and then was able to move his little beak. Definitely having this template holding everything in place, I can see it very, it's easier to see. You should have seen me when I didn't have the die for this. It was funny. Let's just say that. It was funny. Okay. So here's the last little bit. The darkest green. Right on top. I'm so nervous because that beak, let me tell you, it can get away from you. I think I need to ink that one more time, and then that sucker is going to be the prettiest green hummingbird ever. And you can do in between, so say like your mid-tone. Oh, your mid-tone, you could easily do like a blue belly. So do your first stamp in green, second stamp in blue. That would give those blue. Or your first stamp in blue and then the rest in green. It would just... no, you would want to use Nancy's affiliate links for Kitchen Stink Stamp. I'm not affiliated with anybody. If I post links, they're usually Nancy's or Tracy's or somebody's links, because I don't have affiliates. I'm too new. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Okay, now we can see how well we did, because there's only a teeny bit of green that I got on the outside. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Now, say you did it and you're like, oh man, there's some white there that I don't want. Don't panic. What you're going to do is you're going to go into your lightest color, okay? So I'm going to pull out, actually, no, I'm going to pull out my second green, okay? So I'm going to pull out this second green, and I'm just going to ink the edges, okay? Just ink those edges where it's white, and you don't want white. Just like that. So you use the same color that you were working with, and now you've got no white spots. Isn't that lovely? I hope you guys can, it's clear on your end. It looks clear on my end. But yeah, so super excited. Love this setup. I'm so glad Nancy showed us how to do this, because I'd have been frustrated and I wouldn't use this bird anymore, but I did it with the squirrel in a video. I had the little parts out and was able to stamp several squirrels. It was nice. Oops. Let's get this cleaned up. So I just have a piece of old plastic from something I just put over my sticky so it doesn't get too fuzzy. Okay. Put that little booger away. I don't know why I stuck my magnet up there, but there's that. Go say hello to the Tim. All right, so now we have another element that they like, and you could put it out front. You could put it on the inside. Oh, yeah, see, I'm going to say put that right there and then do my sentiment. But I think I'll do the sentiment on a separate card in case I mess it up, because I'm going to handwrite it. Because everybody likes a handwritten sometimes. Tracy's gonna go live tonight. Well, hot dog. I think this is a perfect time to be done, because we've got our card all beautiful and finished. If you've got to make something special for somebody, just ask what they like. Now, if she'd have said her mom liked daisies, I'd have found an image or something of daisies and popped in some daisies. Okay, you can always cater a special card to somebody. And then she likes hummingbirds, so I'll pop that in there with my sentiment. And there's our card for the evening. Yeah, the hummingbird is pretty nice. Oops. Uh-oh. Ooh, I just dropped a piece. It comes with 2 birdies. I haven't really played with this one yet. This one, I'm sorry, it's just my favorite. This shaped one. I love it. But yeah, I've been enjoying this stamp. And the stamp was gifted to me, and it only cost me 99 cents for the digital file. So, super, super happy with that. I am going to let you all go so that I can kind of get cleaned up, so I can craft along with Tracy, because I like watching Tracy. And let me, if you don't, I'm sure everybody here knows Miss Tracy. Oh, come on, YouTube. I will post Miss Tracy's link here. Control V. That will be where I'm headed to go watch Miss Tracy. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you on Tracy's channel. Okay? Bye, everyone. Have a great night. Oh. Every Wednesday. I'm going to try to be here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Okay? Oh, I've got a nice fresh soda. Alrighty. This time, really. Bye-bye. And thank you. Thank you, Debadoo. And sorry if I missed your comments. I apologize.